So I am here with Colleen Rempel from Winnipeg Nutrition, and we are going to get a food sensitivity test done.
Yes.
So Colleen, what is the difference between a food allergy and a food sensitivity?
Great question. So food allergy is an IgE immune response, so you notice it right away. Most people have an anaphylactic response to those allergies, whereas a food sensitivity is a delayed onset response. So it's considered an IgG antibody response, and that usually occurs anywhere from 3 to 72 hours after you come into contact with normally a food.
Okay, so we're going to get a food sensitivity test done. How do we do it, and does it hurt?
It's very simple. It does not hurt very much.
Very much. Okay.
It's just a little blood prick, like you would if you're testing your blood glucose levels.
Okay, so is that the kit right here?
This is the kit. Yeah, it has everything in it. So as you can see, we have the little tiny needle, and then we need to get your blood onto this spot card, which we send to the lab. We just need 5 spots of blood.
Okay.
See?
So here we go.
So here
This
we
is
go.
just in time for Halloween. It's
Yeah.
almost like we're pretending to be vampires.
Exactly.
So how much is this, first of all? And then for people who aren't in Winnipeg, is
Yeah.
there a resource that they could go to get this sort of test done?
So at the clinic here, it's $334 to get the test done.
Okay.
We send it down to a lab in the States. There are some available online. I just don't have those resources on me yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the show notes.
Okay.
And then, so like with a food allergy, it's pretty obvious that you'd have a food allergy, right? Like you'd obviously get like crazy swelling, or there'd be symptoms you know something would be wrong. With
Yes.
a food sensitivity, how would someone know that they might have a food sensitivity or suspect that they might have one?
Yeah, great question. So the symptoms really range anywhere from like mild headache to migraine to all the way up to like IBS and Crohn's disease. Food sensitivities have been correlated with in the literature. So it could be something as small or as a headache or a migraine. It could be a rash. A lot of the time we see it with our IBS patients.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna prick my finger.
I am. I'm just gonna get my gloves.
One for the gloves.
Yeah.
That makes it sound pretty legit.
Is your finger dry now?
Yeah, it's dry.
Okay, awesome.
I washed my hands before coming, so
Well, that's good too.
We've been good anyways.
Yeah, it is helpful if you drink a lot of water before coming, because then your blood is a little bit more.
So that was the last question I had for you, and
Yeah.
you can do that while you're pricking me.
Okay.
Do you need to fast before a food sensitivity test?
No, it's actually better if you don't avoid any foods before the food sensitivity test, because if you do avoid certain foods, like let's say some people know that dairy bothers their gut, so they avoid it. But if they're not consuming dairy within 3 weeks before the test, we could get a false negative.
Okay, so you basically want to make it like as normal of a daily routine as possible to get the most accurate results.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, including, unless your routine doesn't include drinking water, then you want to add that in.
I don't know whose routine that would be. So it didn't hurt. Now we're gonna put this blood on the.
Except for Trevor's blood's not coming out very fast.
Yeah, I don't bleed very much. That's okay.
So basically, yeah, without showing you guys all 5 of the spots, we're gonna fill in these 5 spots on the blood card once his blood starts coming out a little bit faster. We just need some help from gravity.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I'm probably dehydrated. That's probably the problem.
Could be.
I didn't drink enough water. So we'll do one blood spot, and then we can prick my other fingers for the other 4.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if you're doing this for yourself at home, if you get a kit online, the key is that you want to make sure that you get the blood drop on the card, but you don't actually want your finger to touch the card.
Oh.
So the blood spot can touch the card, but not your finger.
With how delicate of a procedure this seems, I would recommend going to a clinic.
Yeah, it's usually better, especially for interpreting the results. It's really good to have a nutritionist or someone who's experienced with this type of test to explain it for you.
Well, that's a perfect segue, because in the next video, so next week, I'm going to come back to the clinic. You'll have my results then, and then Colleen's going to interpret the results, and we're going to see what foods I have sensitivities to.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, it's none of my favorite foods.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. Alright, so I just got my food sensitivity results back. I just printed them off. As you can see, you basically get a nice printout like this that has the list of the foods, and then it has your rating, low, moderate, or avoid. It's really nice. It's a great resource, and it really makes things just a no-brainer for you, because then you can clearly see, hey, this food is good, it's low, it's moderate, I shouldn't be eating that, it's avoid, I definitely shouldn't be eating that. The main thing to remember is that a food sensitivity is an IgG antibody, whereas a food allergy is an IgE antibody. Now, that doesn't mean a food sensitivity is less serious as a food allergy, it's just a delayed response. So with a food allergy, it's an immediate response. You would eat that food immediately after, you get hives, your throat would start swelling, something like that. You would know something was up, chances are you'd even rush to the hospital. Now with the food sensitivity, the problem is it's a delayed response, so you can get symptoms up to 3 weeks after eating that food. So that's the reason why I like a food sensitivity test, is because even with an elimination diet, you'd have to eliminate those foods for so long. It's very, very hard to do. You'd have to eliminate those foods for over a month before you'd start to feel better. So food sensitivity, I think, is a great resource. It's around $300. So if you're feeling inflamed, if you're feeling bloated, if you're feeling like just something is not right with your digestive system, I would get one done. Chances are you most likely have a food sensitivity at play. This is Coach Trevor. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you found that video helpful.